I'm very orderly and
Yeah.
like our living spaces, like the living room. And like my bed. That was my mom instilled that in me since I was little. It's like you make your bed the minute you get up and you clean your kitchen before you leave your home because if you die, you don't want people coming to your house
That's why.
and seeing
Because what will
it
other
look
people
like
think?
this. Do you hear that? It was people pleasing.
Welcome to Delulu Magic. I'm Paola,
And I'm Gabby.
and today we're talking about the urge to purge, or for me, the lack of the urge to purge because I want to keep everything. I don't want to purge it, but I do want to purge it. So it's a dilemma for me.
Or is this the struggle
It is a struggle,
that you're facing?
and I feel like I don't know if you guys don't know this about us. I'm a Libra and Gabby's a Virgo. So you've always been very organized,
But have
public facing.
I? But have I?
There's areas that we're not allowed to see.
No.
Maybe not even I.
Yes. You know that. Yes. You describe me perfectly. Yeah. It's definitely it's a struggle for me too. And a struggle in the sense that I like order. I didn't even like obviously I don't remember being in my teens and being like, "Oh, I need everything a certain way," right? And then as I got older, now I know because of the ADHD, I realized all that. So like struggling with the Virgo OCD and then that part, then realized as I got older, then the kids, all that chaos. It was so much chaos always in my house. And then it just felt like we were always adding more and adding more and adding more and then just stuffing and stuffing and stuffing. So we had our previous home was massive and I felt like I had the more space we had, the more shit we had.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Whether it was like a little closet, a playroom, a little side room, a little side, it was just so full. So when we moved, I sat and I swore and I was like, never again. It will not happen. I will not have a room with just shit in it. I will not just I'm going to be very conscious and intentional about what I bring into this home. This was 3 years ago. And life happened. Like
And now, so it was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And now,
So then it happened. Life happened and stuff showed up again. And between us, remember, there's 6 of us, right? So everybody is old enough, like the children that bring their stuff. And it's not just them, what you just said about me, too. I'm very orderly and like our living spaces, like the living room. And like my bed. That was my mom instilled that in me since I was little. It's like you make your bed the minute you get up and you clean your kitchen before you leave your home because if you die, you don't want people coming to your house.
that's why.
and seeing
Because what will
it
other
look
people
like
think?
this. Do you hear that? It was people pleasing, but I still do it. I do it for myself because it comforts me. Like
Yeah.
there's something, I have a whole ritual, right? Like in the mornings and it's just done. And now it's funny. Like it's instilled in, like I see it in my 2 big kids now do it. The other 2 are going to get there eventually, but
Yeah.
it's just something that we've done, right? But like now when you go and step into my bathroom and my closet, oh my God, my poor husband,
Oh, the
because he's
closet.
more orderly than I am, and he loves me exactly like I am. But God, there's nightmares, just nightmares in my closet, just piles of clothes that just,
The chair.
well, we have a bench.
Oh,
You
the bench.
can't even
Okay,
use
so
the bench. You can't even use the bench. And then the hoarding
That's
and
not for
holding on
sitting,
to
that's
things
for the clothes.
and things that I didn't even, so hiding it, right?
Yeah.
That's the struggle of hiding it and facing up to it. So now my urge began this year because I like to dabble in everything like we discussed, Paula and I, but I love all of the stuff with like also the Lunar New Year and like I love reading about astrology, all that stuff. I really do think if we commit to learning, you see how it is part of our lives.
Yeah.
So knowing that we should be setting up ourselves for the year, not just with these intentions. That's what I told myself about what can I do to add or be better. No, I've got to see what is causing me to not live in the life I want, right? So it began with the realizing that I have, my spaces that there was a lot of things, and even my house that like I said before, we're not doing, like, what is it doing in my house? Why am I like, there was a room that just was completely closed, which is my office, which I do work from home sometimes, and
Yeah.
I had to stay in my bedroom. So I was like, no, like, you've got to get out and be like, you have a desk for this. So I told
My
myself,
office
at the end of
is my
December.
storage
I know
area.
that's a storage, right? And that's what it becomes. And the kids, everybody knows that that's where all the junk goes. Now I told myself every weekend you're going to commit 2 hours to cleaning, and you're going to take your medication, your ADHD, your Concerta pill, and you're going to get it done. And It did. Like it's happened slowly, and I have felt better every week. As I go every week, but I do like it's a time block. I don't do more because I know then I start to get into OCD. It's like okay, I'm gonna take everything out.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then you're sitting there
and
with
then,
like a bunch, like,
yes,
and then I'm
I
like,
don't know who's gonna take it. Like so much you can donate. What about the trash? And then it feels so wasteful. And then I start to go into the whole money thing that I'm like, really? Like this is what we chose to do? Like this is stupid. All these things. So that's me for January. You can tell us about you now.
me for January, I've done zero. No, this weekend. So it's
Yes.
January the
Yeah.
30th. So I finally this weekend purged some. My mom came over. So I do really well with ADHD with like the whole body double or mirroring.
Yeah.
Which isn't the best for me because it's like who's always going to come over to do it with me. Like you can't always have somebody
Yeah.
there, which I feel like that's where FocusMate, that online app,
Yes,
helps
yeah.
because you can actually have them there. Maybe they're watching you. That sounds weird. Maybe they're on the other side doing their thing. You could turn off your camera
Yeah.
or what have you. But it felt really good. But also at the same time, and now and I don't know if it's because I'm a Libra or I've just been since I was a child not the most organized, and I feel they say, right, the way your home looks is a reflection of also like how your brain or
Yeah.
mind looks, and so I have a lot of open loops, right, and as humans, like so imagine like 1,000, which is how my computer and how my phone are as well. Literally probably like 1,000 okay, that's exaggerating.
I've seen
Probably have
them.
like 20,
I've seen the
20
computer.
tabs at least on the computer at the top. And then I get mad. I'm like, don't close that because I'm going to need to go back to that. Like at some point, I go through them and then, I close them
Yeah.
out. So that's how I feel like my house is. And it's funny because it's kind of unorganized and I like it in a way because I'm like, oh, I don't want to be so focused on that. But it does bother me. Like the clutter as I've gotten into my 40s, my poor husband, because it's hard to go from somebody that doesn't bother them so
Yeah,
much. I'm like,
very
oh,
laid
it should
back.
be lived in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun, like with the kids and everything. To now this person that you're like, who are you? Because you're nagging about like you want all the spaces cleared.
Yeah.
I want nothing, but I don't want to go through the papers. So I put them in buckets and I put them away. And it's not the best. Eventually, you have to go through this stuff.
Yes.
So I finally did that with my mom. Like we organized, like it's our game, like whole like a dresser thing, like it's for games, and it had a ton of papers like from forever ago. But this weekend or next week, actually, Momager and Gabby, which I love so much, you guys, they're gonna come over and help me on Monday, and I'm super scared because the way I typically have purged my closet is on my own, right? Or I'll have like let's say my aunt come over and they'll help me, but then we'll get the bags. And they're like, okay, we're going to take him to Goodwill. I'm like, no, I want to maybe like help somebody, or I'm going to take it to my other cousin. And I end up later going through and I'm like, oh, well, this was kind of cute. And I'll take it out and then I'll and I still don't wear it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know. So I'm not going to do that this time.
Yes.
And there was this one time though, I had a professional come and she helped me purge a lot.
Organizing stuff.
But there was, it was this like one thing that she wanted. She was like, okay, like we're going through the clothes, right? Marie Kondo, like you take everything out. Like, do you love this? I'm like, yeah, I love everything. Like, and
why
I
it's
don't
here.
know how to wear it. So if you tell me how to wear it, then maybe I could wear it. It was like this that I wore probably like in my early 30s. It was like this cat suit. I looked so great in it. I'll have to show y'all.
Yes.
And she was like, well, this is, she didn't really say age appropriate, but she was like, is this something that a married woman like would wear? And I was like, yeah, this married woman, like I look good in it. Why would I not wear it? I still haven't worn it since then, like not even once.
But you held
I've
on
literally
to it
worn it like maybe 2 or 3 times
since
ever.
you bought it.
Yeah, just since
Yeah,
I bought
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Because it's like,
Yeah.
But I look so good in it, and I feel like it's like these things that you hold like a sentimental value. I remember being in New York, and it was like such a fun
The
trip.
vibe from wherever.
And so when I
So
see
the
it,
nostalgia, it holds meaning to you.
it does.
So
Like when I see
releasing
it, I'm
it is
like,
like-
oh.
But you have in your memory.
And I could look at the photo. Right? I
You
know.
can look at your
Logically, that makes sense.
Yes.
But in my heart, I want to keep it. But I know Momager is going to make me get rid of it, and that's okay. I'm willing to do that. I want to create like a better space. And I was listening to this podcast, and it was talking, or this audiobook, it was talking about some Japanese principles and just things that here we don't really do. Like when you buy something, you should
Take out.
take out
Yeah.
something. And we don't do
No,
that here.
no.
We like jam
Yeah,
packed
we are.
everything.
We are. I think, I mean, I don't know if the whole world is this way, but I think we are very much consumerism. And then don't get started into the fast stuff. Then COVID did us in
And the
because we got
knickknacks.
everything. Yes, and add this, and then the themes and the seasonal and all the stuff what you've talked about before. And it's very hard. Like, it's like the keeping up, right? Keeping up. So then we become consumed by consuming. Like, we just, you know,
Yeah.
constantly wanting to add, and we don't know why because, you know, we can't figure it out. Like, yeah,
It's like an addiction.
It is an addiction. And for us, it's the dopamine too, the ADHD.
Yeah.
I do know that. I've read enough that I understand that it is a dopamine hit that we bring, and then holding on is also dopamine that you're just still like.
But it
It's
feels
there.
so good once it's cleared. And I'm learning this from my daughter,
Yeah.
which is like right, with my oldest, my teen, of just making your space nice and like a clean space that you want to be in, like a
Yeah.
sacred
Yes.
space that you can sit in.
Yeah.
And I do that, but by putting the stuff like in certain, you know, like hiding it. But I
Yeah.
really want to be, that's 2026 is my year to dominate
That yeah.
my finances and like really just
Yes.
the acumen and level
Yeah.
up. And then also on how to manage it, not how to make it. I feel like I know how to make it. It's
Yes.
just managing it. And then also on keeping my environment just in a way that I really, it's implementing little habits.
Yes.
Like you said, at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Yeah.
I have started doing that,
Yeah.
tidying up the kitchen
Yes.
because that used to be
Well,
just
because
like
it just
crazy.
stresses you out. Like the little, I think setting yourself up with like a plan of what can you really do. Like that's what I tell myself. What can I really manage? Like I've had to do this in chunks. Like I give myself till March because I'm still not done with. There's still areas. There's still closets that are full of stuff. Like my
Yeah.
point being, my husband yesterday, we had something happening at the house and our producer was there and I've known her since she was a baby and he's like, oh, I have this photo and I kept looking at him. I was like, you're not going to find it. And he's like, I'm going to. I'm like, you're not. I know you're not. I know what that closet looks like, sir. You have not looked at it. You haven't seen it since we moved in here. All those photos need to be organized. That's a big project I want to do eventually. I don't know how I'm going to do that,
That
but
just
I'm
made
going
my
to.
heart rate go up when you
Yes.
said that, actually.
And I
'Cause
was
want to
terrified that he was going to come down and say something that, you know, how could this, but he doesn't. He so like knows that that's how we live. I mean, you know, there's things that just haven't been taken care of is what I say. He's very orderly. Again, I'll remind everybody of that. And I am, you know, I could be disaster. I could be a disaster zone in my car. It's very
Car is
easy.
always amazing.
No, because listen, I
compared to
told
my
myself
car.
yes. I tell myself because I live surrounded by people that are like my mother. Oh my gosh, super OCD and clean and all the things. And then everybody I've seen has been that way. So I do it out of more habit. I made those habits come.
Yeah.
But I've had a couple of things happen throughout my late 30s, 40s, right? That I lost people, and I remember they're no longer here. But I remember like how hard it was when people had to go in to get the stuff out, you know, all the things because they were holding on to things. We don't even realize that how stressful that is on our loved ones. And I know you don't like when I'm morbid, but I always think of that. I'm like, is this the shit I want everybody to find? Like, does somebody need to come and look at this? You know,
You also need a plan.
Yes.
To have somebody.
yes,
that's
that
gonna
for
go,
things that need to be deleted and you know, destroyed. But that I remember I read a book probably like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. It's called Swedish Death Cleaning. Because in Sweden they have a whole thing because they say so you keep your space and you keep what you use and what you need and that's it, because if anything that way you're almost like it's a loving thing for yourself and then for your loved ones,
Yeah,
right? So that really stuck with me. I remember thinking that, but
Oh.
I didn't put it into place, don't worry. It just stuck
feel
with
like
me.
I read it, though.
I read it
I know
though
it.
and it really
you.
hit me. And then this past few weeks, I sent it to our momager a screenshot of an op-ed, like she said, that I read, and it talked about aspirational clutter, which are the 1,000 books you have that you're not going to read, your workout stuff that you probably are not going to join or get into use. What else did I mention? The clothes that you will never wear again.
Like
The
my cat
memento,
suit.
wait, the little knickknacks you get from like merch from things you went to and you just
The
want to look at.
bags?
The bags,
Why
the
do we keep
plastic
all these
things,
bags? The Lulu bags
unused
and-
batteries, like old electronics, and it's like, or the person you are going to be or were, it's just not who we are, right? So looking at it and being
Yeah.
like, kind of almost in a, and not in a cold way, but it's like, is this who I am today?
Yeah.
Like, right? Is this
Does this
is
match
it-
my identity
yes,
of who
is
I
this
want
like what I want my
to be?
kitchen when
Yeah.
I come in here? What my living room? What, you know? Because we think, like, I think for both of us with the children, we gave them free reign, and then they took over the houses, and then it was kind of like they grew up, and you're kind of like, okay, now I need a little bit of more
Yeah.
order for us.
I feel bad
still
because I
help
feel like I
them.
haven't really taught them how to organize. And I think it's because, and it's funny. So my mom would tell me. So my mom grew up in Colombia. She didn't finish elementary. Like they pulled her out because back then it was like you're a girl. You don't even need to finish your education. Yes. And I remember her telling me when I was an adult, she's like, I never taught you how to like clean. She's like, because I didn't want you to be like anyone else's like maid or servant. She's like, they would send her to her aunts and other places to go help them wash the clothes and iron the clothes and clean. And she's like, I didn't want anyone else like ever
to do that.
Yeah, like you having to do that, which was like great, but also now I feel like I don't know how to do all the. I mean, I know how to clean, obviously, but like keep my spaces just in an organized manner. But also, I can't blame anybody but myself. Like, it's a habit in anything in life. It's a habit. And it's just those little things that are incremental. And so doing the things at night, setting a timer for like 10 minutes and being like, I'm just going to reset my space.
For the morning.
Yeah,
or whatever,
so that you feel good. Because we're already so stressed in our Western society. Like I wasn't raised
where
here.
we live. This country has done this to us.
It's like go that if you just take the time to reset, and it makes it easier.
It does.
And in times when I've done that, like I remember being in sales, one of the things I would do was like I'd plan my day out day before, pre-call planning. You're like, I know who I'm going to see. I know the order. I know
that's amazing.
I already checked their website, so I know what they have. But that was always like in business. In business, but at home for organization.
We gotta tweak it and bring it in.
Yeah, and I just gotta bring it here. So I'm really excited. Yeah. And super freaking scared. Because it's also an embarrassing thing to be like, look at all this stuff.
That's what I see.
And I don't even know where to start. And
it gets overwhelming.
It does.
It gets overwhelming. I know that.
And then no, but I might need it. I might want to keep it. But I also think that's scarcity mentality.
Yes.
Like, why do you have to keep, like, are you not going to be able to get another one of these? Is this even in style anymore? And I'm like, but maybe, like, I threw out.
I could come back in 5 years.
I had
be
flared.
Really cute.
I had flared. This is like my story. The only story of the thing that's ever come back. Also, of course, like the bootleg, like all our stuff from high school. But why would I have kept my stuff from high school? My kids are like, you should have kept it. But
well, even the stuff from the early 2000s, our girls, that's what they wear now. Like we still wear in our 20s, if you think about this. But I mean, I didn't keep like I was better back then, and I didn't really give myself much at the time. I hoarded for the kids, but not me. But what came back? So your flare,
the jeans? Like your workout leggings, right? And they were flared back, I guess, back in like early 2000s. I finally tossed them, guys, like 4 years ago. Finally, like that's a long time. Like I had not worn them because that wasn't in style, flared like leggings for working out. And then it comes back in style like 3 years later. So in my head, I'm like,
you see,
what if I?
But is it gonna last?
No.
And I don't know too the good quality. Remember we were buying Forever 21 and it was before Shein. I mean, come on now. No. Like a lot of our stuff.
All of that stuff should have been gone. I'm glad that I did, but also I'm
it's coming then. The purge.
The purge is coming.
The purge is coming on Monday. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be
that's
super
a good
good.
way to
keep
going the momentum into the year because, like you said, you were beginning your year. Yes. Now you took right now to be soft.
So I'm putting it out publicly so I can be held accountable. I'm going to post a photo weekly. I'll have to like hide the I'm going to take the chair. I'm going to take the chair. Is that the secret? Do you take the chair out of the closet so I can't just put clothes
Yes.
Like why can't I
can't
just
take
hang
our
my
bench
because
it's built in. Oh,
why
I don't
can't
know,
I just
girl.
hang it?
I don't know. It's happening right now to me again, but I'll deal with it tonight.
And then literally it's kind of crazy when you analyze it. I'll like bring in my shoes. And you could just put them like up.
At the top?
But I don't. I throw them. I throw them and I close the closet door. And then I come in and it's like
that's
5
a
pairs
habit.
of shoes.
That's a habit. So you got to break the habits. We're going to
do
work
it.
on the little breaking of habits. That's what we're going to be doing and trying to just, keep going.
Yes. So the purge is coming to a town near you. Is your sign. And it's great to do it before the year of the horse. So I know you've been really researching.
Yes, because it talked about we were in the year of the snake, which everybody has seen if you do any social media, right? About shedding. It was a hard year, still a hard year, no matter what's happening in our country. But just making your space so you're okay. And again, our nervous system can be regulated because it does affect where you are, what it looks like, what it feels like, what you're wearing. You know, all of that goes into play in order for you to go and do the rest of your roles in life. So coming home to something that's exactly what you need it makes a massive difference instead of coming home and being like, oh my God, all that stuff is right there. I have to deal with all that over there. And just, it's already our minds with our 100 tabs open don't need any more.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of having like structure. I know. And yesterday I was laughing because I was like, yeah, in discipline is freedom. Like,
Yes.
that's it. That is, there's no more than that. If we do it, then you have the freedom. You're not.
I feel like that's your word for the year, discipline, which I guess is habits, right?
Yeah, I'm being
a way, yeah.
I'm very disciplined with myself and more free with other people. I'm not expecting them to be disciplined. I'm like me. That's all I can do.
I'm gonna be disciplined starting February 1st because my year is starting February 1st. Everyone knows that, so I have an 11 months.
Yes, you have an 11-month window.
year.
Well, no, because you loop into the next February. It's gonna be great though. But
Yes.
thank you guys. We're excited.
Yes.
Gonna have a lot of fun things going on with our purging.
Excited and scared.
It's gonna
Pray
be
for
good.
me, y'all.
Everybody is praying for you. And you said, remember, I told you, said, what did you say? Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus, take the wheel on this.
Just let them take over.
And you guys, you just have to be like, no, you're this is not cute. You're not keeping it.
Like King. Oh, that's a whole another podcast.
Yes.
But, okay. So,
Stay to Lulu.
and make it happen.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.